Hey, welcome back to another Habs Late Show with the hockey coach, Coach Frenchy, directly for the beautiful country of Thailand on amazing, great Thursday night, April 10, 2025. I don't know if you know already, but I'm going to give you already the news. Ivan Demidov is right now at the hotel Ritz-Carlton downtown in Toronto with his beautiful girlfriend. And right now he's eating Joe Louis with a glass of milk. How you know that? But someone follow him everywhere. It's crazy. He blew my mind. Everyone looking for Demidov. The A2 Rangers, by the way. It's crazy when it's too much. It's really too much. I stop. People will send me a text, a fly of the Demidov, and he will go there. He's going there. He will be there. He's going. Come on. I just want to see him the 93 on the ice. He can do whatever he does. It's just like blew my mind. It's too much. And what happening now? We put too much pressure on Ivan Demidov. Let him alone. Let him quiet. I understand we're looking for a star, but he didn't accomplish anything yet in NHL. He didn't play 1 minute yet. And people thinking he's going to be the next Connor McDavid. I think for me it's too much. But that's how we are in Montreal. And it is what it is. Welcome, everybody. Thanks to be a part of the show tonight. We have a lot of things to talk about. It's starting to do a show like that late the night after 10 o'clock. We don't have a lot of template or so we have to do this. A little bit open up. We're going to resume what's going on in NHL early game. We're going to give us exactly the standing. What's the magic number for the Montreal Canadiens? What it looked like the race for the Montreal Canadiens? We're going to talk about Ivan Demidov, and then I'm going to answer to all your questions about the Montreal Canadiens. We're going to preview the game between Ottawa, Montreal, and of course Toronto Maple Leafs again. The Montreal Canadiens going to be back tomorrow night at Ottawa versus Montreal at 7 o'clock Eastern time. So don't forget to join us. We have a lot of people in the chat. We have way too much attention on Demidov. Absolutely crazy. PLW. Alexandre Maillard Ovidio is in the house. RJ Calabro, coach Catch Fan 78. Roger, de retour avec nous ce soir. Roger 007. Salut mon homme. Mon Guy. RDP in the house. RDP, I'm mad at you. Buffalo lost tonight. Should not lose again the Columbus Blue Jacket. Anyhow. We have Michael Money. Eminem is in the house. Salut mon homme. Merci d'être avec nous ce soir. And of course, many of you Ab Nation. And we have Cliff. Welcome back. Bobby, de retour avec nous, avec Nicolas. Nicolas va rester avec nous pas longtemps. Ben oui, on le sait bien. Brand, welcome back. Tony, also Claude Richard. Many of you was with me. Follow the game again, the New York Rangers and the New York Islanders. At some point, we switched because he was already 6-1. And then after that, we did the game Columbus Blue Jacket again the Buffalo Sabres. Before that, I have a show called on my other channels called the Sport Nation Live Game, and we did the game DU versus Western Michigan. The Montreal Canadiens prospect Sam Harris played with DU. DU tried to reach the final for the third time straight. Obviously, they lost 3-2 in overtime. At the second period overtime again at Western Michigan. So Western Michigan for the first time is going to participate at the final Frozen Four. Right now, Penn State play again Boston University. Again, the brother of the Lane Hudson, Cole Hudson. Honestly, I did not know the score. I have to look about that. I did not pay too much attention about game. 0-0. Look like right now at the beginning of the first period. So at the half of the first period, the New York Rangers guy lead the New York Islanders 9-2. Let's see what we got in that chat before we start talking about some things. Roger, Columbus creeping close. Salut coach, salut mon Bobby. Funny is Sai at the airport. Demidov with a hockey bag and his girlfriend carrying the hockey stick. Just like I like it is going to the arena. I like that. PW. Billy also. Ron with Kings back. Moderator. Ovidio jacket. 88 point. Rangers 79. Bobby Larry Lavalley is in the house. Welcome back. Guy is in the house. And of course, we're going to talk about what's going on around the league. First of all, guys, um, I know all of you want to talk about the standing, so let's see what's going on at the standing. So that will give you a little bit more a better idea what happening in the NHL tonight. So let's sharing our screen right here, and this is live score right now. You can see the Hurricane losing 4-3, the Jet winning 3-0, Canucks Avalanche 0-0. Utah beat one of the Nashville 1-0. It's not a big deal. Golden Knight, Kraken, and the Kings Ducks. But here, what's going on here, guys? First of all, the Chicago Blackhawks beat the Boston Bruins, guys, tonight. David Pastrnak, if you follow him, guys, he has the most points to any other players since February, since the second half of the season. Impressive for what Pastrnak does with the Boston Bruins. But the big game, guys, was the Panthers against the Red Wings. So the Panthers beat the Detroit Red Wings. Then you have the Buffalo Sabres lost against the Blue Jackets. The Blue Jackets came back with 2 goals back-to-back after they losing 2-1 at the beginning of the third period. And they beat the Buffalo Sabres 3-2. And finally, the Rangers beat the Islanders 9-2. So you have tonight 4 teams just behind the Montreal Canadiens play. So what's happening on the standing is this part. I'm going to give you a little bit more information about what is the magic number, how this works, the game remaining, everything like that. I'm going to give you a little bit more about the schedule of that team. So let me go move on here. I'm going to open up the standing, and we're going to see what's going on here. Go back right here, and apologize for that. And the standing, guys. Let's see if we can on that one. You can see Montreal Canadiens are 3 points of the Ottawa Senators with the same number of the game. Ottawa at 4 games, Montreal at 4 games. So Montreal Canadiens win tomorrow night, but they are only 1 point against Ottawa. But let's move on to other things. Tonight, the Blue Jackets jumping from 79 to 81 points with 4 games remaining. They are 6 points behind the Montreal Canadiens. Now, you have to pay attention about the Blue Jackets. With 4 games remaining, they have Washington. They have Washington back-to-back game. They have the Philadelphia, and they have the New Jersey Devils. So this is the schedule for the Columbus Blue Jackets. For the Blue Jackets to reach the Montreal Canadiens, have to win 3 of the 4 games. If Montreal lose all the 4 games. Now, the New York Rangers have only 3 games remaining. The bad news for the Rangers, Florida, Tampa Bay, and the Hurricane. They are now 6 points. They have to tie the number of the points for the Montreal Canadiens to have a chance to make it. The maximum point they can get is 87. So the magic number for the Montreal versus the Rangers is only 1. A combination of losing for the Rangers or a combination of the Montreal win. At that, the Rangers are eliminated. So Rangers have to win the 3 games, Montreal have to lose the 4 games. The Columbus Blue Jackets, the number is still 3. So what happening there? The Blue Jackets have 4 games, they can get 8 points. 8 points that gave them now 90 points. And Montreal Canadiens, at least they need at least 3 points. So this is the maximum of the point they can get. With a tiebreaker, the Montreal can make it. Now, the Detroit Red Wings are still at 79 points. They lost tonight. They are 4 games to go, and they are still 8 points. So what's happening for the Detroit Red Wings? The magic number for the Montreal is only 1. Same situation with New York Rangers. They lose or Montreal win. That's how Montreal, the Detroit are eliminated. And for the New York Islanders, same situation. For the New York Islanders, they have honestly the same situation with the Detroit Red Wings. The Red Wings have a difficult schedule also for them. And they play again the Tampa Bay Lightning, they play again the Florida Panthers and the Hurricane. They have another team they play again, I cannot remember. And for the New York Calendars, look, for that team, you have to figure out. So the magic number for the Detroit, for the New York Calendars, and for the New York Rangers are magic one, number one. Well, magic number one for the Montreal Canadiens. The only team at the magic number is 3 is Columbus Blue Jackets. They have to play the next 2 games a back-to-back against the Washington Capitals. And Washington right now beat the Carolina Hurricanes by the score 4-3. So this is the number. You can understand the standing for the Montreal Canadiens. So what important for Montreal, they play tomorrow against Ottawa. They play against the Toronto Maple Leafs after that. Then they play the Chicago Blackhawks Monday, and they play next Wednesday against the Carolina Hurricanes. The chance for the Montreal Canadiens to make the playoff is over 90% at this moment. Only 1 point. They eliminate 3 teams, and then a win plus a tie game or a win and one last game for the Detroit. Montreal is in the playoff. So the chance are going to make it. I'm talking about Blue Jacket. The chance are really good for the Montreal Canadiens. We appreciate all the like we got so far. Hopefully, that give you a little bit an idea for what happening about the Montreal Canadiens standing and the result of the 4 game, the mini game involved the race for that. Now, the people talk about the Calgary Flame pick. The Calgary Flame right now are fighting with a spot with the Minnesota Wild, but the Wild with the return of Kaprizov, Johansson, and Eriksson AK. I think it will be really hard for the Montreal, for the Flame to go back in the playoff. To reach and to beat the Wild. So at the end of the day, the Montreal Canadiens going to get the pick of number 16 or 15 of the Calgary Flame during the next round of the NHL draft. We'll see what we got in the chat before we move on, guys. If you don't mind, that'd be great. We have Guy in the house. We have Mr. 13 Rookie. Welcome back. Long time we didn't see Mr. 13 Rookie. We miss you. Ottawa would be a tough game. They all play well. You're right about this. One weekends, don't forget to click on the like. Appreciate that. You would like to see all the Canadian team as a possible in the playoff. Yes, 13. But unfortunately, not going to be look good for the Canucks and, of course, for the Vancouver, for the Calgary Flame. We have Mr. Brand. A good first period tomorrow. And night would be awesome. Great point about that. Mr. Brand. We have 13 specifically. We'll see, Mr. 007, not to worry about the close future with the app. They will make it, guys. I feel the same way. GF, welcome back, GF. Montreal need to win tomorrow. No catch up, believe. It should be out for tomorrow. The Lefton Kings take the lead 1-0 against the Ducks. Larry Labbé, yes, so you know me. This Devin is in the house. Welcome back. We have PLW, RJ Calabro. Thanks for the result about that. Billy, we have Brian, Larry, Ron, Billy, Ron, Devin, Bobby is in the house. And try to pick it up. Ovidio is in the house. Thanks so much, Ovidio, for the update. Thank for everybody to click on the likes. Roger is in the house. So all the people it was before that. Thank for the likes again. So this is a kind of show we go late. We come here late and talk about the Montreal Canadiens. Now, we have a couple of news happening about this before we talk about Demidov, because everybody want to talk about Demidov. Emin is returning on the ice skate with the team now. Regular jersey practice. Expect Emin to return in the lineup tomorrow or Saturday against Toronto Maple Leafs. How are you going to remove? Maybe Pesada or Kapanen, but expect that. Possible, maybe they sit Savard Saturday and they put Jekai in the lineup too. We'll see. And Montembeault is going to be the starter for the Montreal Canadiens against Ottawa tomorrow. And then Saturday, expect Tobesh between the pipe. Montembeault is going to be the goaltender for Monday. If they make the playoff, expect Tobesh at the end of the last game against Carolina. If they are not in the playoff yet Monday, expect Montembeault between the pipe for the last 2 games of the season. Mr. A2 is in the house. Yes, we are almost there. Carolina just tied the game. Wait, yeah. Zev Jarvis tied the game against the Washington Capitals. First of all, guys, the Washington Capitals was losing 2-0 after 1 period. They come back with 4 goals unanswered. to take the lead 4-2, and now the Hurricane came back with 2 goals to tie the game 4-4. So thanks, GF, for the last update about that. Gay, you got it about me about him. Ivan Demidov update. He's in Toronto. Ivan Demidov is in Toronto. He came back. He come from Turkey, Istanbul, and a few fans, or many fans, whatever it is, on the social media. Um, it's overwhelming for me. I can understand the excitement. I can understand the hope. I can understand they're looking for Demidov, everything like that. But he's only 19 years old. So we have to be a little bit more calm down about Ivan Demidov and let him alone. He's like crazy about that. The Canucks take the lead 1-0 against the Colorado Avalanche. So don't be too dreamy about Nordic coming back in the NHL. So what happening with Demidov now? So Demidov, guys, is going to join the Montreal Canadiens only Saturday. He will stay in Toronto for what I heard. I don't see him to go to Ottawa. I think it would be a bigger distraction. Montreal has to stay focused. I think at some point, we still try to make the playoff. We had to calm down everything and then move on with the team focus on the playoff and not to focusing on Demidov. Demidov will be around the team and one Montreal traveling after the game tomorrow. Is going to be in Toronto and he's going to meet his new teammate, the new coach, everything like that. And he will be accessible, I believe, to play against Chicago Blackhawks next Monday. The beauty of the weekend for the Montreal Canadiens, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, is Montreal could make the playoffs on the weekend. They can get 1 W the next 2 games, or a combination of the Blue Jacket or the Detroit or the New York Rangers or the New York Islanders lose at least 1 or 2 points. But that would give a better chance for the Montreal Canadiens to be able to playoff. And now, after Monday and Wednesday, they can relax more the team. They can play with Demidov, and Demidov will be open up his first game in NHL. I think that would be the right things to do. So much potential about Demidov. Washington would be a tough. How did we do against them this season? I think it was 1-1, if I can recall it, Robert, or 2-1 at Washington. I saw the video of the Demidov airport. Yeah, GF White, Jacob Forest, not play Ottawa, because you're looking for have your best goalie between the pipe, and Ottawa is a little bit more easier to beat compared to Toronto, and that's the reason behind that video. Okay, they have the stadium. I heard someone has to have the money and start the team. The Quebec is the team on 12 weekend. I'm talking about this. We have, to be honest, our fans are unexistent idiot. I said this is our fans about that. It's a bit overwhelming, I think, in Rabinov. I can understand some people, but at some points too much. And that's my point behind that game and Laval. But let's see what happening during the training camp. Larry, I disagree with you. He should stay with him. He should start with the Montreal Canadiens like Cole Caulfield did, Leinartson did, Uri Slafkovsky did. They go through that. And if you have difficulties during next season, but you can send him down in Laval, that's no problem. But I don't see that. I don't see that. Now, I want to clarify something about Ivan Demidov and the SKA and the agent David Milstein. From its funny article, interview, everything like that. What was very impressive, or what was really shocking me, is this. I was not part of that, but I was read a lot of hockey fans on my X account telling me he's Rattenberg sit Demidov because he refused to sign his new contract and he punished Demidov. I heard this like five, many times, but at fun occasions during the season where Demidov played 3 minutes or he played only L3 scratch or 13 forward. Every time they remind me, it's because the SK offered him a contract and he refused to do it. Now, from his agent, and confirmed by the SKA at any moment, at any moment, they offer a new contract to Ivan Demidov. Since October, they knew Demidov is going to play in NHL next season. It's funny sometimes, right? We assume on the news, everything, we thinking that way or that way, that way. We Many people complaining about Rottenberg, everything like that. There's some kind of agreement between the clan of the David Milstein and the SKA. This is going to be the last season for Demidov. And it was a big meeting between David Milstein and Rottenberg. The dream of Rottenberg is to bring the SKA and the KHL to have a better relationship between both leagues. And the reason they let go Demidov is honestly to prove to the NHL, if the player wants to play NHL, we're going to let him go. He would like Rottenberg to start to play game between NHL, KHL, or to have a team like Montreal go play in Russia for the like they do in Sweden and Finland. No, I'm not jumping on that, and I'm not going to tell me, coach, never going to happen. Again, this is what Rottenberg dream is. David Milstein explained to him if he get good relationship with the Montreal Canadiens and the NHL, the chance for Rottenberg, what you want to do in the future will be better if he stay on the same page like the NHL tried to do with the player like Demidov, except to go move up after that. Now, from a 1% inside of the KHL, it looked like because the salary cap is different in KHL, don't want to get there, but they knew they cannot keep Demidov about the salary cap. It's not confirmed. That's what I read, but I cannot confirm about that. So David Milstein make a huge impact between Rottenberg and Ivan Demidov. Montreal Canadiens did not do anything. Montreal Canadiens did not do anything about that. They want to visit Rottenberg to talk about him and to keep a good relationship. They not offer him any money. They not put any pressure. And Rottenberg, his mission, it was to develop Demidov as one season. Demidov get better at some point. Not easy for a 19 years old jumping from MHL to go straight to KHL and to play the level he did. It's take really talented players behind that for that one. So this is really interesting. For that, yes, Islanders lost 92 tonight. True. I suppose you're right, coach, but I'm just old school and I feel a player has to earn his way to the Habs. James, I cannot like that. We definitely need his offense on the two liners. So think about this, Larry. I understand you're old school like I am too, but look, Connor Bedard, straight to NHL, right? Jack Hughes, boom, over there. McDavid, Matthews, and I can go all the way like that, right? The exception, they are like this. Kaprizov came in NHL, stay in NHL. He was a little bit older, but one those kind of players, you try to keep them around the team. And that's, to stay in NHL. He's going to be an impact about that. He's really special player. Alex from Albuquerque is in the house. Thanks for all the light we got so far. Appreciate a lot of you to make a fun impact for the channel. James, drawing a line, is serious about his business. Demidov now is star flying from Russia. He must do it a few days. And you're right about that for sure. He should be tired. So I want to give to you guys a little bit information about Demidov. Now, I'm not there in the chat, right? You cannot see me right there, but I'm going to build myself. I'm not going to put myself, I'm going to show to you a video after that. But who is really Ivan Demidov? Many of you, and I can understand that, so highlights, right? Demidov make a fake and he move left and right, and then he make another fake, he go around the defenseman, and he have an opposite, you see highlights. That's normal, you see that. So you give you a little bit a way to understand who is really Demidov. But not many of you saw Demidov game after game like I did. And I'm not talking I'm better 21. I follow Demidov all year long. And who is really his Ivan Demidov? First of all, guys, quick decision. Quick decision. He's a prototype of the players Martin Saint-Louis is going to dream. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to repeat. This is a prototype of the player Martin Saint-Louis is going to dream. Why? Because he's already at 2-3 steps before the play happening on his head. He's right there. He's already there. He has some poise inside of him. The guy is excellent about that. I want to show you this video, guys, over there. Hold on, I'm going to do this about this. You see number 91, and you're going to see how he's so good to protect the puck and how he moved right away right there. And he used his skating, and he very good to reset right away. And this is what Demidov does for the and SK this is. You can see on board. Look, he move, turn around, cut back, protect the puck. He's trying to send the puck in front of net. And that's what is so good. Now he's coming back on defensive zone. He follow his man all the way behind the net. Now, of course, his defensive zone is not perfect. He learned a lot, but look at the pressure he coming out with his skate. He's one of the fastest skater on the ice every game for the SK. Now he's at the blue line right now. That's Nishishkin with that. There's the number 21 is a draft player from the Carolina Hurricane. But look again, he's in front of net. Look the shot right away there. Have a really great release. Now he's coming at the blue line, he's coming down, and now he's looking. Great vision, quick decision, drive to the net, he scored right there. This is what Demidov is for the Montreal Canadiens. The pace is the skill he has is impressive. He's fearless with the puck, and he's better at what we thought about his battle. He competes constantly with the puck and with opponent players. He was the best player for the team SK during the playoff this season. On that one, let me checking there. I'm going to give you just as a quick video. Bring him behind the net. Okay, it's coming behind the net there, right? And then he turn around, protect the puck. He switch again, and this is how his strength is very good. Now he's coming back. He shoot the puck in front of the net. His quick decision. That's what I'm talking about a little bit early. He's in front of the net now for the one-timer. The guy did not pass the puck. Now he's right there, like I said earlier. Oh, this is the same video about that. This is what I'm talking about. This is a quick video about Demidov. He's on the corner right there. He's coming in front of the net, looking now. He tried to go around. And look, this is what I'm talking about. This take a lot of talent. I'm going to say it again, guys. It take a lot of talent to figure out to be the defenseman. Someone cannot go around the defenseman like that. You have to be smart. Look about this. He stay there and he score a goal there. This is what I'm talking about. Is good to decision making. He think about 2-3 steps in front of him. You can see now on the board. It's a power play 5 versus 4. He stopped at the blind, looking out. He's thinking, waiting now, and now he's going to be switching the change the switch. That's coming down. Look at the pass right away. Did you see? Did not keep the puck long on his stick. He's already thinking to open up. And Martin Saint-Louis said always the time, guys. You don't coach the guy with the puck. You coach the 4 guy does not have the puck. Demidov is going to be a really important look. Like he's thinking right away. He tried to move the puck in front of the net. Right there, he's coming on the other side. Try to open up his hip. Protect the puck to the wall. Changing. Bring the puck right away at the blue line. Return the puck on the side. He's coming. Drive to the net again. And then he's going to be around the players and recover the puck on the board. And now he's looking now for option passing. Right away past the puck. This is what I'm talking about. He's really good to decision making on the bite in front of the net now. He's coming down. And he's going to open up. I'm talking about 2-3 steps. Look about that. He get a puck all the way there. This is the goal we saw yesterday, guys. Look about the move. 2 times forehand, backhands. He shoot a puck and he scored a goal. Again, option is coming down 1 versus 1. He's coming to drive to the left side. He's going to bring the defenseman on the out of the middle. It's coming down right there. It become now a 3 versus 2. All the puck now. He see the stick of the opponent defenseman and gave it a chance. Great interference by his teammate, by the way. Then a forehand backhand, drive the puck up on the air. And that's what is Demidov. for the Montreal Canadiens. So I don't want to get all the video, guys, because I'm going to be here all night. I love to make video like this or watching video like that. So this is who he is. If you are worried about, we have to see him in the NHL, I'm not sure about him. Listen, guys, we get one of the top best players never played with Montreal Canadiens. What you see from Lane Hudson, Demidov, at some point is going to be like Hudson. Don't expect him to have 5 points. My point behind that is Demidov is talented, is very smart, decision making, is fast, right? But you have to have a period adaptation on the ice. How you said that? It's because in the KHL, it's not physical like it is in NHL. So you will have to adapt that. The second adaptation for the Demidov, I remember that, is going to be the space. The cap control in NHL is fast. They try to stop you at the first blue line, at the red line, and at the second blue line. They don't give you space between blue line. At the KHL, you can see on different shift or Demidov, you have a space. So the cap control, the KHL is not there. The defensemen back more, and the forward have more space to skate and use the speed and to beat the defenseman. Not in NHL. So this is two areas of the game I'm going to really watching Demidov when he's going to play for the Montreal Canadiens. First, the adaptation for him about the cap control, and then the physicality of the game. You're going to be surprised. His defensive zone coverage is not bad at all. But sometimes in the KHL, you cannot cheat, but you can get out of the zone quicker. And the Rottenberg system was honestly down the puck and chase the puck because he was so fast, he would pick up the puck. And NHL, you cannot do that. So it will be a period adaptation over that. Of course, he had no chemistry with Newhook and Laney, and we'll see what he's going to play on the power play, everything like that. But I'm telling you right now, Martin St. Louis is going to love Ivan Demidov. You hockey fans, Montreal Canadiens fans, you're going to love Ivan Demidov. No doubt, it's going to be an excellent. And if you compare to Matvey Michkov, people say, who is better? Overall, complete players, Demidov is better than Michkov on different things. His entry zone in NHL is better than Michkov. Michkov is honestly a good skater, also good hands, right? But his defensive zone coverage on Michkov is really bad. And I think overall that would be an advantage for Demidov. He have a great release, Demidov, by the way, but he's so smart. His hockey IQ vision is better than Michkov. Said that, you never know the development of the players. Now, I'm not going to guarantee you he's going to make 100 points, but I can tell you that it's not going to be a it's not going to be a flop for the Montreal Canadiens pick. It's going to be an excellent player for the Montreal Canadiens. We have to give him time, 2-3 years, but when he's going to be his pick, you guys, talent pure, skill. He's maybe the best player since Guy Lafleur. I don't say it's Guy Lafleur, but if you talk about talent-wise and pure skill, Ivan Demidov is the best player behind Guy Lafleur. You're never going to reach 500 goals in NHL? I don't know. But if you're excited about Lane Hudson, you get another player at the prototype of Lane Hudson. That's how I feel about Ivan Demidov. I see him play, guys, 73 game. 72 game. I missed one game and I missed one period. After that, I see all the game. All the highlights, all the shift of Demidov. And you're going to love him. Let's see what we got in the chat. 007, a great coach. RJ Cabral, the win Capitals 5-4 on the shootout. Thanks so much, RJ. I call him Demigod. Eminem, coach, we just have to see Demidov can do these things in the NHL. Honestly, Alex, he can. And he will do it. No doubt. No doubt. Tony, en fait que every one of the Jackets, Wing, and the Islanders are still in the playoff race. Tony, yep, you're right about that. Rangers 92. So the Rangers are back in the hunt to take us out. Honestly, Tony, they have the magic number of the Rangers at the New York calendar is 1 point. The magic number for the Detroit is also 1 point. And the magic number for the Blue Jacket is 3 points. So we have one team at 3 point. The magic number is three. It's Columbus Blue Jacket. The only magic number one for Islanders, Rangers, and of course the Detroit Red Wings. So Tony, the chance right now of the Dam is not very good for that one. RG gave us all the update. Beauty that. Yeah, the reading of the play is very good. These D men are looking like a beer league caliber. I disagree with you, PLW. Um, the league of GHL is better than American Hockey League overall. If you watch them play, the talent of the four line per team is better overall compared to American Hockey League. Two different kind of hockey, more physical than American Hockey League, less talented at the KHL, but the system is different. So this is happening honestly in the KHL versus an American Hockey League. Yeah, we have really talented. All the best for him. If on the board is play, I hope the fan will be good to him in Montreal. Is lefty? Yeah, he is. Michael, the I would do so exiting the next season. James Hockey Instinct, yes, and that, but can he do this stick like? But can he write his stick like Peseta? Peseta? I don't understand and Rabinaf. It's better que Peseta. He will leave at that. Coach is going to be deadly on the smaller eyes. So funny said that. We said Lennartson is going to be not. He's going to be killed in NHL. Lennartson, not too bad, and Rabinov. He played in the KHL. He did not die. He is the best 19 years old player in the KHL and the history of KHL with the most points at 49. He beat the record of Kuznetsov. He beat the record of Kaprizov. Now we expect him to die in NHL. Connor Bedard, 5'10". It looks like he did not die yet in NHL. Paul G, nice. Brand, surprised that the cop did not arrest him and take it to the Air Canada Center. My experience has been a new 19 years old from Russia coming to Montreal. Expect to stay to play right off. Of course, I'm inside. He was not speaking in Russian accent. Demidov been a Russian this whole life. Why will you be speaking in a Canadian accent? I don't know. I don't know those stuff. But let's see what got here at the bottom. Tony, and he said that Tony, yeah, coach, some of them have to play each other. So, have a good night, Nicolas. Merci for the likes. Salut, mon pizza. 07. Any question you want to ask, guys? Like I said, it's called the Habs Late Show. We don't have too much, right? We look about all the game in NHL. The Canucks now lead 2-1 against Colorado Avalanche. Colorado Avalanche start already to sit player on the ice, on the bench, or Eltrus Cash, McKinnon, Nick Cash does not play, and he's going to put more players on the Eltrus Cash for Colorado Avalanche. Utah 2, Nashville 1. We have a Golden Knight 1, the Kraken 0. And we have the Ducks losing 1-0 against the Kings. The Ducks beat the Flame yesterday, 3-2, I believe. Watch the Ducks. And then Ducks, guys, they are going to be a solid team in the NHL. I like the development. I like the rebuilding they do. And they can add one veteran the next season. and plus the new players going to pick this year. It's a good team. The Ducks. I really like the way they do the rebuilding. They did only what 1 year after Montreal Canadiens. I really like what they are doing right now. Paul Demidov getting stuck at the airport. When someone said, Demidov, give us 2 words. Do you think Coach Demidov would play versus the Kane? Yes, he would play a Monday night and he would play Chicago and we play the Carolina Hurricane. Tony, if we can beat Ottawa, we could absolutely confirm our ticket to the playoff. Not really, Tony. Hey, Politique Quebec, welcome in the house. Tony, not necessary. That will eliminate 3 teams. Detroit, Islanders, and Rangers. We still have the Blue Jacket. The magic number is 3, 20. The middle girlfriend is a Russian rocket. There we go. Zeph, Coach, what do you on my idea to increase the Caulfield goal total by putting M Izuki on the power number 2 double shift because Delaney does the same work. The problem, Zeph, is this part on that power play. Both of them, Kafilski, are both on the right side. Right? They are right shooter and they play on the left side. So if you bring Suzuki, but now you have to move, you have to put Suzuki on the bomber, and you have to put Eneman is on the right, and Gallagher is on the right shoulder. So you have too many right shooter. So I think that's the reason they let Suzuki play and not Caulfield. I don't see it's a bad idea. It's just the way they play. When Demidov be there, you let Demidov is a left shooter, right? He would take the spot Eneman, I believe. Now Eneman could be on the goal line, but now right now they use Gallagher. So you can put Eneman there, Demidov, Zuski right there. That's 3. Madison, that's 4. They use usually Gallagher sometime. Or Newhook, I apologize. Newhook is another left shooter, and he's a bumper for the power play number 2. So you use right now Demidov. I think for me, Caulfield should not be on the power play at this moment. Now, if it's necessary, I think what you do, Zeph, in my opinion, keep your power play number 1 longer on the ice. Don't remove them after 1 minute. Let them play 90 seconds. And they down the puck, change it. That would be the best way I would see that. Robert, I just saw the video. Ivan arrivé with a girlfriend, already breaking the heart of the Montreal gals. Yeah. Very mature, Demidov. He is with her since 14 years old. By the way, David Milstein signed him at 12 years old to be his agent. Great family, great girlfriend. They do a lot Instagram video. If you follow his account, he's a funny guy behind, but he's very mature for his age. So you have the same girlfriend. If you do that, I'll be maybe hard now in Montreal. But look, we'll see what's happening about that. Salut, boy. I think if I win in regular time with the Senate, we clinch the playoff spot. Let me check again. I think the magic number is 1. Montreal going to be 89 points. That gave them 8 points of the Columbus Blue Jacket. In the Blue Jacket win the last 4 games. That gave them 89 points, the Montreal Canadiens. But the Columbus Blue Jacket is going to have more win on the regular win over the Montreal Canadiens. They have also the tiebreaker. They beat the Montreal Canadiens. So put this together. Tie. It's advantage the Columbus Blue Jacket. That's the reason I said to you, magic number will be 1 after the Columbus, the Montreal win. When I talk about a magic number, guys, it's a combination. It's not only Montreal Canadiens need to get 1 point. It's also another team, the team chasing Montreal Canadiens, if they lose a game on overtime or the regular time, that drop the point for the Montreal Canadiens. So if Columbus lose the next game against Washington Capital for the next two games, and they lose one game a regular time, or they lose an overtime or shootout, but now Montreal Canadiens with the win of the one of the last four games are going to be make the playoff. Eminem, do you think NMN would be in good shape for the playoff? Yes, I think he's going to be in good shape. It would be interesting now because one Demidov play with the Montreal Canadiens. Example, if he start with the playoff, you remove Peseta. Now you have NMN Kapanen for the 4 line. We see what will happening for that line, M&M, if you're going to use NMN. NMN, they have 0 goals since he returning from his injury. Breaking news today, Maple Leaf, we have signed defenseman Blake Smith to his contract. Thanks so much. Edward from Philippines. Long time we didn't see Mr. Edward is in the house tonight. Welcome back, Mr. Edwards. Hopefully you're doing well. Here in Thailand, we are 2 days of the Songkran, the Battle of the Water Gun. Starts Sunday all the way to next Sunday. I don't like it. The first 2 years I like it, but this year I'm not motivated to have the water gun. I don't feel good about that one over there. Thanks for all the like we got so far. Have anything you want to add for the Montreal Canadiens, guys? I want to bring you another point of view. I want to talk about Slafkovsky. A lot of people can talk about Slafkovsky, 19 years old, and now he's 20 years old, and talk about this. But I want to talk about two different players, Ottawa, Brody Tkachuk, and the Toronto Maple Leaf, Matthew Nice. This is going to be very interesting. We know Tkachuk, what he brings on the table. 30 goals per year, 60 points, 70 points. He can drop the glove. He's a forechecker. He's really lead, and he's a captain. He's physical. Name it, the categories, and Tkachuk lead the team. He's a special player. Many teams would love to have Brady Tkachuk. Slafkovsky said one day I would like to be like Tkachuk, but I want to focus more on Matthew Nice. Nice had the same size like Juraj Slafkovsky. Nice scored 29 goals this season. Nice approximately 60 points. He is a 52 overall pick, I believe. A late second round pick by the Toronto Maple Leafs. And 2021, Montreal Canadiens during that year, they signed, they draft 62-63, and they draft Roddy Kidney and Oliver Kapanen. So they cannot get Matthew Nice. But I want you to focus on Nice. Nice play on the top 6 for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Nice with his size, 6'3", 220, strong, physical, forechecker, put a puck in the net. He's only 22 years old. He become RFA at the end of the season. The Toronto has John Tavares as a UFA, and they have Mitch Marner as a UFA. I don't think they can sign all 3 players. Now, I don't say Montreal have to offer a sheet to Matthew Nice. But what I'm trying to explain to you is Matthew Nice play a specific role inside of the top 6 for the Toronto Maple Leafs. He's not going to be Austin Matthews, he's not going to be Mitch Marner. He's going to bring a lot of money on this pocket. This is a type of player Slafkovsky should look about. This is where I want Slafkovsky to step up his game. 17 goals this year, 31 assists, 48 points, I believe, so far. He missed 2 assists, 2 points to reach his total of 50 points last season. But the word inconsistency about Slafkovsky, That's different between Slafkovsky and Matthew Knight. Also, Slafkovsky sometimes he sleep on the switch. Like he does not move his feet. This is his biggest mistake. Is you need to move his feet. And whatever his desire, that we talk about the game, like I need to learn, I need to do that. You have a good mindset, but talk to talk is one thing, but you have to walk to walk. And this is why I don't understand Slafkovsky said every shift. This is my final shift in NHL. You know the Kobe Bryant mentality, right? Where every shift counts because now you're going to reach the NHL playoff. Every shift count, every period count, every game count. I don't know what it would be his development of Slafkovsky. I believe on Slafkovsky. I think they did the right pick. But if you want to have Slafkovsky play of his best skill, talented player, it's not only put the puck in the net, but play more, bigger from his size, right? When I say play bigger, is to play with physicality and play with his body. When he's going to learn, he can hit everybody. When he's going to learn to be more grits, a grinder, a sandpaper work player, more like mean, a little bit more because he's 6'3". Like he did the last game, he put the jersey over the head of Del Gazio, right? But we need more of that. I understand you want him to score more goals, but a Slafkovsky between 25 goals to 35 goals between both number and approximately 65 points and play a specific role, a hunter on the ice, but constantly move his feet and constantly to be consistency. No doubt in my mind, this was the right pick. I don't care about Logan Cooley. I don't care about Shane Wright. I don't care if Simon Nemec, Chirechek, Gauthier. I care about Slafkovsky. And this is what you need to learn. And two players I'm talking about, guys, both of them lead their team on different ways. Ketchup, their top best forward, by his role he played, is the captain. And Palmazina is a second round pick, 52, 53 overall pick, play a specific role beside John Tavares or Austin Matthews, right? Let's see the overtime against Tampa Bay Lightning, the pass he did between legs. Between legs, guys, overtime. Imagine he missed the guy, the puck turn around, you become a 2 versus 1. You have to be confident and believe of yourself to do a pass between legs on overtime against Tampa Bay Lightning is chasing you and the standing. But if Slafkovsky can reach that level, that'd be great. And again, I'm not negative about Slafkovsky. I just believe him, he can reach the next level about that. Also, Slafkovsky is the first half of the season. It was a problem. Yep, the Jacket, Islanders, Rangers have all the breaker if we add up the tie point about that, Tony. If the Jacket tie us and get in, we never forgive Lenny for firing them up with his disrespectful comments before our last game with them. RJ Grabo gave us some update. Slafkovsky is still learning, still growing, great point 82. And again, guys, it was not negative. Again, it was not against Slafkovsky, but I really like Matthew Nice. I think that's the type of player I would love Slafkovsky can get there. Nice is older. And by the way, guys, Nice is a project of Minnesota, I believe, in NCAA. I don't think so, it was Michigan. He was really good on UCHL. He had a good year at the beginning, and he's struggling after that. He didn't have a good second year in NCAA. But he joined the Toronto Maple Leafs on the playoff. He played a couple of games, and then after the following year. But you can see now he's growing. And he's 2 years older as Slafkovsky. And for me, I still believe Slafkovsky will be a top six forward for the Montreal Canadiens. Not necessarily with Zulski Caulfield, but I think it could be a good match with Demidov. Um, but we'll see what happening for him. Okay, so the game. They, if welcome back, Mr. 83. Welcome. I'm glad to see you. Thanks for all the light we got there. If the Ab win one game, it's over for the Rangers. Yes. Islanders and the Red Wings. Yes. If Columbus lose one game, it's over for them too. I just don't see the Ab lose all the four remaining games. They still have the Chicago Blackhawks and they still have the Carolina Hurricane, where I believe the Hurricane is going to have a lot of L2 scratch, or the player that's not going to play a lot. He would use more the four line and third line. Even just that Smile Slafkovsky as and his pussy go a long way. We got even more after a six winning streak. You're going to see that, guys. Now, the Montreal Canadiens this year have a good number against Ottawa Senator. Ottawa have a good number against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Alex, Slafkovsky inconsistency tell me how much he really care about his production. Plus his empty words, I'm afraid. That's a normal process, Alex. It's just a young players, some kind of lack of maturity at some point, lack experience, lack to become to know and do how you can become a professional hockey, and it will come with the time. Next game Sunday, April 12th, Rangers visit Hurricane. So that will give you, and then Renegade, he said, I won't give up on Slafkovsky just yet. He's still young, but he has to play better all season and not just been a second half player. Yes, I can understand that, but look, the Caulfield, look, not Caulfield, but Zuski, the first 20 game in NHL this season was not there. So stay positive about Uri Slafkovsky, and we go there. He got the checking stat too. He hit. His number to hit is pretty good. But again, it's not negative. It's not against him. I just want to bring Slafkovsky, guys, about that. And finally, guys, to get out here, I want to make a late show. I'm going to do more Ab Late Show late, guys. I think I like it. If it fit on my schedule anyway. One of my trial does not play. We can go that way. But we be interesting. Ab preview Ottawa Toronto game. Now, Montreal is 3 points behind the Ottawa Senator. I don't think you should focus on Ottawa, but you should focus to make the playoff. If it's happening again Ottawa, perfect. If it's happening again Toronto, they lose Ottawa, but they won against Toronto and they make the playoff. Or Monday, they made the playoff and they finish 8th. That's okay. It's not matter where they finish, it matter where they make the playoff for the Montreal Canadiens. So Montembeau against Ottawa, Tobes against Toronto Maple Leafs. We'll see if Enemans going to be back on the roster, if we're going to use Jack Eyes on the weekend, if Sarah will be maybe on the out of the roster. What happening with Eneman over Pesada? I expect that, and then Monday we'll see what happening with Demidov. Demidov could come in and maybe some rest for maybe Armia example. We'll see what could happen about that. But very interesting outcome for the weekend for the Montreal Canadiens, and we have to wait for the bowl game for the Montreal Canadiens. Now I want to finish with that. If you look about the big picture of the playoff first round, as a hockey fans, not only Montreal Canadiens fans, right? A playoff NHL with Montreal is always better. You're going to play against Washington Capitals. We'll see what's happening. But what I like, guys, is the matchup. In the Atlantic Division, if you have, guys, the Toronto Maple Leafs against Ottawa Senator, what a great rivalry and what a great series can happening. It's going to have a lot of sparks inside of that series. What about the Florida? The Panthers visit Tampa Bay Lightning. They don't like each other. They hate each other. That'll be another great series to follow. And then on the Central Division, any team play against the Blues, be careful. The Dallas Star versus again the Colorado Avalanche. One of the biggest series playoff at the season. That will be great to watch. And then you have the Edmonton Oilers and Los Angeles Kings. This is a great series. The problem, this is the fourth time they play each other. This is getting boring. But I think the Kings have a good chance to beat the Oilers. Possible for the first time, guys, we can get two final Stanley Cup. The year before, get eliminated at the first round. We'll see if it's happening, but you never know what could happen. Slafkovsky is built for the playoff, so is Anderson, so is Gally. So Suzuki just watch if we make it. By the way, if we make the playoff, guys, the playoff was in 2021 playoff for the Montreal Canadiens. We talk about Cole Caulfield, Nick Suzuki, Josh Anderson, Brendan Gallagher, Joel Armia, and Jake Evans. 6 players only of the roster 2021 are going to be and play on the playoff for the Montreal this season. Update. Thanks so much. Renegade, the Habs 2 first round pick of his young for this year. None of them, the Calgary, could be a great trade piece to the second line center for Demidov, or they could get moved up for a top 10 if the year draft. Yes, Rick Kane, welcome back in the house. But first of all, Montreal have to pick. This is my question on my channel tonight at 10 o'clock. Every day we make a question. My question is about the first 2 pick for the Montreal Canadiens first round. Do you trade one of them? Do you keep them? Do you trade both of them for upgrade to go up draft, or maybe to add a new players inside the Montreal Canadiens roster for the upcoming season? We'll see. I think at some point, Montreal are targeting 2 positions. I think one of them is the right defenseman and the center. We'll see what's happening. As I said, 2-3 years younger than Nice. If you took Nice this long with better player around him, Sakowski would be fine. Yeah, the only thing, Tony, is Matthew Nice show up older and the NHL compared to Sakowski at 18 years old. That's the difference between that. They play the same number of the year, I believe, for Nice. I can look about this. Nice. This year is his 3rd year. His first year, he played 80 games. He has 35 points, 15 goals. This season at 55 points and 34 games. Sakowski is on his 3rd year, but the first year he played only 40 games. Last year at 50 points, and this season is at 48. The number of is pretty even if you think about that. The only difference for a Nice this season, guys, what is not normal, his percentage shooting is at 19.4. That's too high. But again, like Sakowski, he has right now 188. So that's pretty good. Nothing again him. Right? I'm getting bored with the series. That series. And I'm 1-1. So again, Hughes have an interesting summer in front of him. Great point. And now the Kings lead to 1. A2. Knight is a seeded player. Sakowski good too. A little divisional competition. You're right about this, A2. Again, guys, was not negative with Sakowski. Was just compared 2 players on the, in my opinion, had the same prototype of the style of the players. One is a left shooter, and both of them are left shooter. Larry Lavey has been a good rebuild coach since we got rid of Bergeron and MLS came as a coach. Bergevin, you talk about Larry Bergevin. Um, I know I'm going to tell you all summer that. Just be careful, guys, about the rebuilding team and the way. The Montreal Canadiens have an opportunity this season to make the playoff, not because they have a great team. It's because other teams did not play at the level they're supposed to play. I don't discredit the Montreal Canadiens. They took advantage of that and they make it. And they play better at what the roster is, honestly. We have to give credit for the coaching staff as front players step up. But if you look about the roster, this is not a roster to make the Stanley Cup and to be constantly a team make the playoff year after year. They are not. I apologize to tell you that, but they are not. They're missing a couple of pieces of the puzzle, maybe 4 or 5. And until they reach those kind of players, maybe 6, that Montreal is going to be get the next one. Next season, guys, the good news for the Montreal Canadiens is Detroit, Ottawa, Detroit, Islanders, Rangers, Columbus are not going to be better than Montreal Canadiens by a big step. They, they're going to be in the same. Boston not going to be better anyway. So Montreal Canadiens have an opportunity next year with Demidov and maybe other players to step up again and to be in the race next season. That would be my expectation from Montreal Canadiens. But if they don't make the playoff next season, guys, don't be thinking, oh, now it's negative, everything like that. It's rebuilding. It's not always like this. 1 or 2 years up, then you drop down. Under Martin St. Louis from 55 to 68 to 76 to 87 points. Every year, they're increasing the level of the point of the standing. Every year, the power play is getting better. Every year, the PK get better. Every year, many players have become better individually. And now we'll see what happens next year. But at some point, they're not going to go all the way up all the time. But definitely, can you have a very important summer for the Montreal Canadiens and going to see what's happening for him. Ben Physical help the playoff. Ivan Slafkovsky, you're right about that. It's pretty fun that the help rebuild is much faster than Detroit and the Buffalo rebuild. That's another point you can talk about this. They are really better. Again, tonight, the Winnipeg Jets beat the Dallas Star. I think that's the 4th straight loss for the Dallas Star. But be patient. I said yesterday, the rebuild is not over yet. I think it would take 3 more years for the Montreal to rebuild, to bring some piece of the puzzle, to fix this, to fix that, and to grow everyone. And we'll go from there. Edward, anything and everything is can happen in the playoff. It's a whole new game. I don't want to say that. Exactly, Edward. Injuries could play a major key problem. You never know. Some players can be dropped their productivities during the season. You never know, guys. And we'll see. I trust the Montreal Canadiens management. I like the staff, coaching staff. I like the team they are. I like the way they continue. And the light is there, guys. We have Michael Edge coming next couple of years. Jacob Fuller right now. David Rebecca. David have now knocked the door. You have Kapanen back around. Look at Mayu. Go and see what he look like. Adam Ekstrom. Florian Jekai. Tyler Thorpe. They all players where they could make the NHL with the Montreal Canadiens. The time we tell us we have to be patient. But it's time to vibe right now. It's time to be excited. It's time to feel spring, the playoff in NHL, and to enjoy the process, to enjoy the progression, to enjoy every game for the Montreal Canadiens, and to have fun with that. And whatever happening, we have an excellent, great year for the Montreal Canadiens, and the fans are the most benefit of that situation with the player. Of course, they are excited about what they accomplished so far. We're not done yet. We're still missing a couple of points. It's not done yet to make the playoff. But we're going to make the playoff. The good news is every team, the 16 team, are going to compete for the Stanley Cup. Whatever you finish 8th, whatever happened, you finish first, It's not matter. Everybody start with 0 win, 0 loss, and from there, the team is going to win 16 win, and the next 4 series are going to Stanley Cup. And honestly, you can tell me, oh, you think this thing can win a Stanley Cup, but it's not easy this year. To say, guarantee you they're going to make the final. It's not easy to say that. Because this year, every team make the playoff could win the Stanley Cup, in my opinion. Of course, more difficult for some other team, right? But still, before you can guarantee that team's going to make it. But not this year. Yeah, too many things could happen. And this is the beauty to be a part of that. And the Montreal Canadiens have the beauty to see the fans, the Montreal, to be a part of the NHL playoff. So what happening, guys? I think we'll be done for today or tonight. 6 hour of live stream. I did the game Denver University. I did the game the New York Rangers, and I gave you guys a Habs Late Show Montreal Canadiens. Don't forget, tomorrow we're going to do the game Montreal again, the Ottawa Senators. Saturday, the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Montreal Canadiens. Sunday, we're going to do the weekly report for the Montreal Canadiens. Monday, we do the Chicago Montreal Canadiens. Tuesday, we do the notebook. And Wednesday, we do the final game of the season, Carolina Hurricane. And Thursday, we're going to overview the season of Montreal Canadiens and a little bit talking about the preview of the playoff in NHL 2024-2025. And Friday after that, we're going to follow the Laval Rocket for all the game now until to the end of the season when the Montreal are not going to be in action. We're going to give you also other game in NHL if something like the Blue Jacket or any other team are still in the race against the Montreal Canadiens. So that's what we got here, guys. Of course, I'm not great guy like talking about the Montreal Canadiens or the NHL. We're just here to sharing our own opinion and talking each other about the Montreal Canadiens or NHL. That's the beauty of the Earth Channel. We are not Tony Marinaro. We are not the La Poche Bleue. We're not the BMP. We just have a good people together to have a good time. This is the reason I come back every night, and that's what I enjoy to be with all of you. And the only reason we grow, we right now at 9,130 subscribers. We got 66 subscribers since last week. Is because that's who you are. You are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. That's exactly what happening, guys, on this great Habs Late Show of the Montreal Canadiens. Thanks to be with us tonight. We want to thank the moderator and Luciano and Run with Kings were with us tonight. We want to thank, of course, RJ Calabro at the update. RJ Calabro was at the game for the Rangers. I don't know if it was tonight or yesterday. I cannot remember. And then I want to thank all of you. Click on the likes tonight as you come back to talking about the Montreal Canadiens. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow night. We want to thank a couple of people. Larry Lavallee, thanks so much to be a part of the show tonight. Let's see what happens to get there. We want to thank our Ron, RJ Calabro, Michael Monim, Eminem. Thanks so much, my friend, to be a part of the show. La Grande du Québec, dans le Charlevoix, les Canadiens, notre religion. We can do this. You fire me up. Can I do that? What is this sound? If I can find it, I will do it for you. Can I find it? I want to play the song. Can I get it? I apologize for that. I was trying to play the song of music on Montreal Canadiens. Anyhow, thank Mr. Larry Lavallee, RJ Calabro, 007, Cash Fan. Merci beaucoup, mon Cash Fan. And everybody, 007, Alex, James, Renegade. Glad to see you, my friend, more often. And of course, A2 to be a part of the show. A2 follow us for Tony, Rick Kane, and who we get? Claude Richard, James, and many of you guys. Tony again, all the live we got tonight. Great show. I think I'm going to do more late show, guys. I like it to be here together. Nothing fancy. Dan Hashem with Colette. Welcome back, both of you, for Winnipeg. Winnipeg Jet win tonight. Dan put a score for again the Star. Hockey Nation I Show. And the Habs Nation want to tell you a couple of things. First of all, be well, be healthy. Find a way not only to dominate your day, but find a way to dominate the first half of what? Someone will say 2025. It was a pleasure to be with you tonight. And of course, become the light. Be a light. I always said that to you guys. Be a light. There's so many people. You know, today I was thinking at home. I said, I'm over 60 years old now. And this week, I lost two friends over 60 years old. We lost Greg Millen, 67. We lost Ray Shero, 62 years old, or 63 years old. Point behind that, guys, you never know. Life is short, so maximize every day like your last day of your life, and you become really a light for other people by making friends to reach them. If you know someone have difficulties, guys, please don't hesitate to talk to them. Life is beautiful, life is great, and you can create your own happiness by yourself. Until then, Hockey Nation, Habs Nation want to tell you one more thing. We love you, friends. Have a great night, everybody. I will see you tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Booyah! Peace out.